each and every day. Boxes always pay, 'cause I'll take you to where the sun shines, loading you along with my crew. We'll head into space and ship any place that's cargo. Packed up nice and tight, commerce feels so right, transporting you to where the stars shine, moving you the way that I do. We'll always see it through. Our credit will accrue. My cargo and I will find through.
My cargo and I. As if we've been enjoying 3Blood.24, everybody, with your cargo. Oh yes, applause to Jared Huckabee.
Blood for Jared Cup? For what?
This is his song.
Oh, okay.
Well, his song.
He does a reasonable job of it, so well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like a good musical number.
Well, he did used to do that kind of stuff.
Did he?
He's trained.
He used to do acting.
He's done a few
He had
musicals.
to do that whole stage acting stuff, singing, all that crap.
All that crap.
Crap, yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's crap. It's just a slang that I use. I do have a lot of respect for people that act, not only in general, but stage actors in particular, because that's a whole nother fucking level.
It is. It's something that, well, something I think you should do when you're young. But yeah, I wouldn't have the balls to do it.
Yeah, it's not like you get to do a retake. You know, it's like you're live. There's no do-over until the next show. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
But you just screwed up in that show, so it's like it's a whole nother level of.
But that's why a lot of actors, sometimes they think they need to do that.
Oh yeah.
Because some just do grow up to TV or movies, and it's a completely different ball game to doing it live.
Yep. So I want to call out Board Gamer first for clickbait.
Who the hell doesn't do it?
I just need to. It's like
they're all at it.
Alpha 4.0 on the horizon. Ready for the Evocati. I'm like, dude, really?
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten fucking.
Can you look over there to your right there, that event horizon there that's lingering in the distance? That's 4.0.
Yeah, it's like
a big black hole. It's a big black hole, and we're going to be right into it.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten the freaking 3.24 official live patch working yet.
I like Board Gamer.
And he's already... Well, no, I like Board Gamer too, but I'm just like, come on. It's like, we're not even done yet. And
they're all at it.
Everybody's doing
all
it,
yeah. Super Mac Brother was also...
Not just that one. Board Gamer does it with another video too, where he's like, Alpha 2024 and Titan suits.
Yeah, he jumped on that bandwagon with Super Mac.
Yeah.
And they saw the...
Go on.
The alien suit thing.
I don't even have
it's the Titan suit.
What the hell
it's like,
is the picture then?
No.
That's not the alien suit.
Bring up the video
the Titan suit, but it is.
Which one?
The 24 video?
That one.
The one with Jared singing?
The actual one provided by CIG. You'll see the...
Oh yeah, hello, follow. Follow Stan.
We have people watching us?
They're all bots. They're not real people. Yeah, so they had a. Again, I don't know if is it an Easter egg? Is it a
What?
teaser?
It's the wrong video.
Is it just
showing our secrets?
just
No.
a taunt to the player base where they do that kind of stuff? We don't know.
So
Where is it at?
it's in here somewhere. But anyway,
Right there, stop.
Yeah, it's in
Yep.
the
So all the way in the right
corner.
corner. Yep.
All right, yeah.
So they got a cargo loader.
Yeah, cargo loader, cargo walker, whatever you want to call it. It'd be cool if actually that is in game. I hope that is something that we can have. I definitely will buy the LTI, hands down. If they genuinely want us to shower them with money, things like that is a must.
Yeah, but I mean, one of the things you said is, well, I think it was you. They said, is it even usable, right? I mean, in that with something like that, you're only going to pick up one box at a time. Now if you can pick up like an 8 SCU cargo with it or something like that, then okay, that works. But if you're just going to walk around with one SCU with that, it's not worth it. I mean, it's not practical.
Well, when we have the tractor beams, the handheld can pick up a 24 SCU cargo box.
Yeah, it's really not practical.
Unless CIG have something else in mind. So let's say there's certain types of cargo that you can't pick up with a tractor beam because a tractor beam makes it volatile or something like that, and therefore you have to move it manually.
Yeah.
Then maybe. I think that's the only way I could see it. Or they actually reduce, say, the tractor beam, the small one, even smaller again, because I still think a 24 SCU cargo box is too big.
Oh no, you can't. You can't do 24 anymore.
No, you can do 24. It's 32 you couldn't do.
No. They dropped it. You can only go up to 16.
When did they drop now? Did they drop it again?
They dropped it like the next day.
Okay. Well, I'm glad
you can only go to 16.
Yeah. So that makes sense because you should, that the bigger rifle should do that. Quantanium. Yeah, so something like a beam should make it unstable. So, or something super heavy. When mass does finally kick into the game, that even tractor beams can't pick up or something.
Can't lift it. Yeah, even though it's only an 8 SCU, the material that's in it is so fucking heavy that you can't, and you have to use the cargo lifter or whatever. But I mean, we know that. Go ahead.
How am I joking? Realm's hinting on the music player. We'll go to that second. Sorry, go ahead. Go on.
No, I was just saying we know that they talked about those only because they are the foundation for the actual Titan suits. That's why everybody's getting all fucking twisted over and say it's a Titan suit. It's a Titan suit. That's not a Titan suit.
No, it's not a Titan suit. Didn't even occur to me that that's a Titan suit in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, no, neither to me. But they're kind of like, oh well, if they got that in the game, then they might have the Titan suit in the game, kind of thing. So people are making these correlations that really don't make a whole lot of sense.
I want to ask a question about this because this clearly is somebody who put on a suit and did the animation for this. And I wondered, did Jared do this?
I don't know.
since the studio, their studio is only across the road, I think, from the office.
Yeah, mocap.
But that's is it there?
Yeah.
Or I thought it was in Manchester.
No. I thought it was in Texas.
No. See, they have.
It's where Squadron 42 was made.
They got the old studio from a famous English soap called Coronation Street, and they did it up. So yeah, they have their own studio now.
Okay, so they actually have two studios.
Coronation Street.
We paid for the first one, and that was set up in Houston, not Houston, in Austin. I wonder because they still use it in Austin.
Well, see, because of Squadron 42, they need to do reshoots and
the bigger
follow-ups
reshoots and stuff like that. Yeah.
So it would make sense if they had it in Manchester, and since that's only just around the corner from their offices, it was perfect for them. I'm not surprised they went ahead and got that. But I wonder if it's that easy now for, say, somebody like Jared. Jared probably just walked into the studio, put on the suit, and did the dance and everything. I wouldn't be surprised if that was him.
Well, I mean, there's more to it than just putting on the suit. There's a lot of stuff that you have to do to get it right and convert it into the game and stuff like that. But yeah, not to detract from it, but yeah, I mean, someone can just go in and record a dancing sequence, and then they have to do the conversion.
But I did like that video. It's a nice video. The Cargo Empire.
Very misleading, though.
It is very extraordinarily misleading of every way. Empire is not the thing I would ever even consider. It's but unfortunately, it has already fallen flat in its face.
I called it.
Because
it was quite unstable even before.
I mean, the only thing that I will say, the servers are a lot more stable. So it's not like you're getting 30Ks all the time. It's not like you're getting, disconnected and then reconnecting and stuff like that. If you are, sorry, you need to work on your internet or your computer or something, because as far as I know, it's been pretty stable.
I'm getting a lot of
problem that they're
microstutters.
having, the stuff that they're having problems with are the stuff that I said they were going to have problems with, which is basically the hangars. I don't know why they're having problems. Well, I guess it's because of the hangars, but they're having problems with the cargo hauling.
Yeah, it's the loaders is causing the issue, I think.
They're having problems with the cargo hauling missions. They're not spawning properly, which kind of makes sense, because I guess that is part of the persistent hangars and the warehouse and the freight elevators and stuff. So, so they're having problems with that stuff. But I was expected, it's like they're going to find new problems as soon as they open it up to live, because there's a lot more players. So they're working on those. So give it another week or so for it to be, I think, stable and working. I mean, they're collecting a lot of data right now over the weekend, which is what they like to do. Although the players don't like it, because the players don't want crap on the weekends, because that's when they can play. They want it working. So
yeah, it's we have to be realistic. It's getting more and more complicated. So every time it does go live, we should expect something like this more and more. I know it's frustrating. We all want to jump in and get in the game and enjoy it, but there's no magic book that you can pull off a shelf and say this is exactly how you do it. It's all done ad hoc, and you learn as you do it, and you fix it as the errors pop up. And yeah, it's just the way it is.
Realm, or is this something that somebody filmed?
I recognize that crappy table he bought. He probably got the worst table in the game.
Probably because it was cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nothing.
Already regret it anyway.
Did you go bunker?
What is the point of all that decoration in the hangar when it's not even sitting still? But it's not even. It's not staying in place. It's just moving all over the place. This is totally useless.
So did you go bunker hunting? Is that where all this shit came from?
Yeah.
All right. So I have to ask you: did you drag the bodies into the ship and then take their stuff off?
No, because I took the stuff off the bodies outside, and then I put the boxes in the ship.
Okay, because I hear there's like a bug or something where when a body crosses into a ship, it like fucking disappears.
No, I did try that at first, but I didn't have issues. It's just the boxes pile up so quickly that you have to get the body out again. It's like you better do it outside anyway.
So I have to ask, why did you not get a bigger box and then put them in the bigger box?
Because you have to pay for the bigger box.
Oh dear God!
Oh my God, cheapskate!
Wow.
I hope you're going to sell all that stuff so you can buy a bigger box.
He's getting worse.
So you can put this stuff in.
You're looking for hidden stuff.
Yeah,
Just looking for
I
stuff that he might
I
have
definitely
forgotten.
lost something too because I'm pretty sure I picked up 4 guns and some of them just fell
It probably
through
fell through the ship.
Yeah, that was a weird
And-
experience too because so you're talking about server performance and I guess that seems to be all right because when you go down to the security missions, we have to fight them. They're pretty good actually. They shoot at you, they take cover, they're pretty accurate too actually. The only weird thing is that the only issue for me is that there's a lot of micro stuttering every 5 seconds or something, which is terribly annoying when you're trying to be in combat with somebody because it's just it pauses the whole thing for a half a second or something, and then you're totally out of it. And I think also when you do that is that the AI also continues regardless of you being in a micro stutter. So for all you know, you could die in that micro stutter because they just keep shooting you.
Yeah.
But what is it with those micro
Servers
stutters
and
anyway?
NPCs
What is
always
that?
have an advantage.
Yeah. I wonder what's causing it because it surely is not. Also, I didn't know they
It's
had
probably-
these security missions.
It's probably
on
all the
open.
itemized stuff now, right? There's so much that it has to put into the area when you come in and stuff like that.
But it's not.
Um,
Do we not have instancing yet? No.
No, I don't think we have that kind of instancing yet. I noticed one thing, and this is an old trick. I forget what game it was I used it on, but when I see that little bit of micro stuttering kind of stuff, when I go into an area that I expect a lot of items to be, I do the twirling, 360 degrees. You know, like 2 or 3 twirls or whatever,
There's another
and
one.
to basically force everything to load.
Okay.
And then it seems to run
There's
fine.
another one. It happens too often. It's so. And there's another one. It's so annoying.
Try next time you do that when you start running into when you go into a place like this and you get those stutters, stand still, providing you're not getting shot at.
There's another one.
Twirl around several times to see if that clears the stuttering, because I think that's basically it trying to load items, and that's what's causing the micro stutters.
I
Well,
don't
this
know.
could be-
It keeps happening regardless.
Yeah, it's trying. That's basically trying to load stuff. Do the 360 several times, and I bet you that'll fix your problem.
Stutter.
Yeah, because you notice it, even the graphics there, it's trying to load the graphics. How much GPU RAM do you have?
Enough.
More than enough. 8, I think.
8 is not more than enough.
Should be. Jesus Christ, come on.
Could be, but it's not.
It's a 37.
We're talking Star Citizen here, buddy.
Yeah, stutter. See, they keep, and then they shoot you, and I'm like, Jesus. I can't aim at them if this keeps freezing.
How much game RAM do you have as well?
More than enough.
What's more than enough? If you say 16, it's not enough.
There's 32 RAMs.
Okay, then you should have enough.
All the RAMs. I don't know. It could be
Try
a
double
server
it, but
thing.
Jesus, it's not. Yeah.
You know, there was a server degradation issue, so.
Hey, Shady.
Yeah, stutter. Stutter.
Shady's got a good point.
Stutter.
Is it enough for an unoptimized game?
Stutter.
Probably not. For an unoptimized game?
Stutter.
No, it's not enough.
Yeah, but I see a lot, and regarding that anyway, I see a lot of false information on the web as well, like on Reddit and stuff like that, because people keep saying, "Oh, you gotta do the upgrade to 64 gigs because it's really worth it." And Star Citizen seems to be using it. Yes, of course it's using it because
It's using it because it's unoptimized.
it's using it because it's there, but it doesn't mean it will run better if you like if someone puts 128 gigs
It
in RAM
will-
in the
I
system,
have-
it'll still
okay,
use
so
it.
So I have 128 gigs, and no, it will not.
No.
It will use what it needs
Yeah,
to
what?
use. So I can tell you for a fact that when
Yeah, but if there's a memory leak, it'll just keep building up anyways. Yeah.
true, but I don't think they have it. They don't have the memory leak. I think it's just that it is unoptimized, and so it is using up a lot more RAM than necessary.
Gotta use a sniper for this one. And I've also noticed that if you fly over them at this point, they just shoot you. They shoot your ship with their guns, which apparently just bypassed the shields.
What?
You see, yeah, they shut off my wing of my ship.
You gotta
And I
be
was like,
kidding.
how?
They're because it's ballistics. It's not energy weapons.
Ballistics,
So
and they
ignores your
bypass all the
shields.
shields? No, they don't.
It goes through your shield.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, that's why ballistics are so dangerous. Is because they go through the shields and go directly and hit the ship. The thing is that they do lose some of their kinetic energy, so they're not as powerful if the shields were down. But they for all intents and purposes ignore shields.
Oh, you got the night vision scope. Okay.
Well, that was on one of those weapons I picked up from a guy that died. Yeah. You get shot and you automatically stand up, and I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't. And
Did you just throw your healing thing
throw
away?
my healing thing away. I didn't even do that either. It's like, what are these? And then I think it was still on me though. That was a. See, I'm totally confused here. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Is this controls are so?
Super lag.
It's desyncs causing it. I know, but it's gets so old at this point. I'm like, I can't even do these missions like this. I'm
Well,
gonna get out of here.
Again, it is the first few days of a new release. Everybody should know.
What's
It's
cool
gonna
about
be
this
janky.
too, though. So
why give it to live? Why did it keep it in PTU?
I didn't know this was a
Because
thing.
They have to put the level of stress on it that can only be done from live. And remember, live is still a test environment.
Because apparently my
And Shady's correct.
arm got hurt.
Nothing is gonna fix all of the issues until they actually start optimizing for actual release.
So if I throw money at the screen, that won't fix it.
No. But I want to throw money at the screen and get that freaking vehicle right there working, so I can put cargo on it. We need those fucking things.
Yeah, where's our horror thing?
It was broken. It didn't work.
Yeah, okay. Why did he just drop
Another
the gun?
thing that we fucking they want to give us, but they can't get it to work. It's like, motherfuckers.
They keep shooting me. Look, it hit me through the freaking object.
Well, that object.
What's
looks
he
like it's
shooting me
broken
from?
Because it looks like it like half sunken into the ground. So I don't even know if it's fucking.
No, it's supposed to be there. Apparently, my arm took injuries and I couldn't hold up my weapon anymore.
Yep, that's a thing. That's a
Which
thing.
also makes it so you can't even fly your ship, by the way.
That's a thing.
I was trying to get out. I was like, it's not working. But, luckily the healing tool, you can also use the other drugs manually.
Yeah, the other drugs should help you to overcome that for a short period of time.
Stutter. Yeah, so I got back in. I was like, it's not working.
So overall, a great experience.
Oh yeah, beautiful, absolutely amazing. I just went back with my Pisces instead and just shot them from the sky.
And then healed yourself.
No, I just shot them from. No, I was inside the ship. I shot them from my ship instead.
Ah.
I don't.
Oh, you didn't have to go inside in this mission?
Well, they already spawned anyway, so as soon as I saw they were there, I just shot them like this. Also, you see, when you're in first person, it's really blurry because the windscreen gets dirty and whatnot. I think at some point, sometimes I do think there's a little bit too much of those effects, because they just start hindering you for no reason. Like the blurriness of the windscreen, I can't see the details and like that. But when you go into third person, it's completely clear. So let's do it like that instead. Kind of hard to hit them like this, though. I don't understand how they're not. Sometimes it's not getting hit at all. But yeah, I went through this, did it like this. It's kind of cheating, but whatever. Well, it is in open air, though. Yeah, so I guess not, but it is in open air. I don't get it.
Just wait until they actually have the NPCs with the AI and the heavy weapons where they can actually start shooting railguns at you. Yeah. Then it's like, oh.
This even took me a while. There were 8 of them.
Yeah.
They do shoot back.
The problem too is the divergence of the unless you get it far enough away where the 2 points actually hit where you're wanting to, you have to kind of like pick one gun over the other to kind of get it to where it lines up and kills them.
Mm-hmm. Would have been better if you just had rockets.
That too. Any ship that has missiles can be used to fire dumbfire if you don't lock onto something.
Yeah, so then I started looting.
Yeah. Well, even the thing that we were giving you a hard time about not having a bigger box, it still doesn't matter because you can't take it from the body and stick it right into the big box.
No.
You have to remove it from the body and then put it into the big box. The only quick way to loot a body,
you could put the body in the bag, in the box.
No, is to not have any gear on yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Take your stuff, put it into the container, and then loot the undersuit and equip it, and then everything else equips with it onto you.
Yeah.
Then you take that stuff off and you throw it into the container.
It's a little cold outside.
That's the fast way of doing it. Oh my God, look at this stacking.
It does that automatically, yeah.
Yeah. I said it was this whole itemized thing, cool as it is also a major pain in the ass.
I mean, it does look like they also improved the physics a little bit, though. And it used to just jump all over the place, too. Maybe it's also just a performance issue, but I was surprised that I could just throw all these boxes in and I didn't really get bothered.
They're not bouncing around all over the place like they were before.
And if they do settle quite a lot quicker than they used to, as in settling. I mean, settle as in that they stop moving and they stand and then just sit still, as you would expect them to. Because in the past they always just you could chunk them somewhere, but then they kept moving because they were not in a proper space, in a proper place or something. And now they just, if you throw them in, they'll still just settle themselves and stop moving, regardless of how you place them. If they're on top of each other, don't care. So physics are a little better. I mean, at least that gives you hope that it won't get glitched out too much anymore.
Just don't
get too comfortable because that's gonna get screwed up eventually again.
Well,
everything does.
We've seen the hangar furniture and the physics that apply to them. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, how many times have we seen them fix the standing on the chairs just to come back because of another bug?
Have you not seen the video there of the hangar furniture touching a ship and the ship instantly explodes?
No.
I have not seen that, but I don't doubt it.
Yeah, somebody was just told about it. Then you just simply touch it, and 1 second later, the ship automatically explodes.
That's why I'm like, if it doesn't sit on a cargo grid, it doesn't sit in my ship. It's that simple. if it doesn't lock onto a cargo grid, it does not go into my ship. It's like they said that will be a problem in the future. Right now, it's a big problem because it's obviously taking more damage than it should. But when shit starts bouncing around, man, it's not going to be pretty. So when it sits, it fits is going to have a whole new definition. When it sits on the grid, it fits.
So I don't have to move it anymore from left to right?
I think it's no. Actually, you don't. No, you're right. You have if it's in a box, if it's in a big SCU box, then yes, you would, because it stays in the box. But yeah, if you have individual items separated like you did, then yes, they should be now all nicely in your inventory.
Yeah, they're all separate and stuff. So yeah. Shady wrote up the point about the broken elevators. So yeah, some people aren't able to summon some of their ships. Some people aren't even able to get to their hangars. I think it was medium-sized hangars. You couldn't even summon an elevator to get to your hangar, and they had to upgrade you to a large for a short period of time. Shady, are you talking about the elevators bringing up ships or just the elevators getting you to your hangar?
I think he means Wonkavators, yeah. Personal ones.
Both, yeah.
Both.
Yeah. Elevators in general are always a problem, so yeah. People are still trying to figure out how to use all the stuff too. I've seen people make these like, oh, you got to do this way. I'm like, no, you don't. So people are still trying to learn how to use the stuff properly.
We're about to be lectured by HDR. Go on.
Oh no, I wasn't even.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry.
It's not on anyway. It's gonna go back in.
So, overall, do we give 24 a thumbs up or down?
I give it a neutral. Mainly, I give it a neutral because server stability is pretty good. But obviously, I knew that it was going to be buggy with the hangars and all that other stuff because they're obviously opening up to everybody. So I'm leaning towards neutral because I was expecting the servers to be crappy, and they actually turned out to be a little bit more stable than before. So I'm a little bit above par as expected. They did screw up, and well, I wouldn't say it's just screw up. They did use the older assets for the safe hangars, safe life or whatever.
Huh? Oh, Selfland.
Selfland, yeah. Because in the PTU, the last instance of the PTU, they had cleared out all that extra stuff from some of the pockets. In live, they're back again. So they'll end up fixing that in a subsequent patch, I'm sure.
So there will be a 0.1 patch. They still haven't answered that question yet.
I did. I think it's neutral. I'm neutral with it. I don't think it's a bad patch. I don't think it's a great patch. It's exactly what I was kind of expecting.
Yeah.
It's just disappointing that the problems that were in the PTU have not been resolved. As I said, there's not much you could do about it.
Well, no, some of those problems were resolved in the PTU. It's just that when you put it into live, where you have 3, 4, or 5 times the number of players, new things come, new problems become evident that reintroduce some of the problems that you had originally. It's like I was saying earlier. You have people, the NPCs standing on the chairs. They've said time and again, "Oh, we fixed it this time. Oh, we fixed it this time." They do fix it. However, a new bug causes the same result. So it's like you can fix it, but then when you introduce a new variable, in this particular case, more players, it introduces a new bug which causes the same effect. So hopefully they'll get all the information they need, and I'd say hopefully by Wednesday. Oh no, shit! I forgot. Monday is a holiday in the States. I
Oh,
don't
is
know.
that
It's
Labor Day?
Labor
Is it?
Day. Yeah, but
yeah.
it doesn't necessarily have to be done in the U.S. It's probably Manchester that's doing that. So let's just assume it's a Manchester problem. I figure by Wednesday, we should have a much more stable working PTU.
Hopefully.
I'm impressed by the frames. In general, client performance is actually quite good nowadays.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I said.
their improvements with this whole system, especially with the DLSS as well, and the API improvements, DirectX 11, DLSS, which apparently Vulkan is getting, has been, what did they say? Like it's not recommended to even use Vulkan at this point because they've identified
they said
an
they
issue with it.
actually had an error. Yep, on PTU.
But at least in DirectX, it's much more stable than it ever used to be.
Yep.
It's good. Very good.
Yeah, the sooner they can get it stable in live, the sooner they can actually merge it with 4.0 and eventually get it to the Evocati.
So
I will say
Thursday at 4.0 on
no.
PTU.
No.
Well, they said
no.
They said 324 had to go to live because we need the PTU. So now they've got the PTU
but they
free.
They still have to fix the bugs in live, and then they have to merge the two, right? And then fix any bugs from that.
Oh, look.
But I do honestly think that they can get to 4.0 sooner rather than later, right? Because if they were targeting end of Q3, which is 4 weeks from now, right? That means that they were pretty much ready to go to Evocati, but they needed to get the persistent hangers working first, right? So once they get that all figured out and everything, then they can, actually start having us testing 4.0, right? So I would think Evocati will start testing 4.0 by the end of September.
That late?
That
really?
late? Yeah.
Well, I'm not as optimistic as I would like to be. If I wanted to be optimistic, I would say they get the PU working by Wednesday, and they start giving Evocati access by the 13th. Because they're going to want to be when's CitizenCon?
11th or something.
Yeah, they're going to want it to be ready to release with CitizenCon. Right. The only other option would be after CitizenCon, and I think they want it to be out and about by CitizenCon, so that it doesn't take away from what they're going to announce in CitizenCon. Yeah, exactly, Siren. That's why I said maybe the end of September we could get it to the PTU. But if we wanted to be optimistic, maybe by the 13th we can start, maybe doing the jump points, testing the jump points, make sure they allow you to go back and forth. Then
19th.
maybe give us access to Pyro in general or something. Whatever.
So
what is that with Dorit?
I think that was their plan all along, was to release it right before CitizenCon or during CitizenCon. I think it's the community that got it in their heads that, this is going to release very soon. I think if you would gather their past history, I know things have changed since last CitizenCon, but they haven't changed all that much. I really think that the 4.0 patch will have been released either during CitizenCon or right after it. Just makes sense.
Shady thinks it's going to be released.
AE, yeah, that's more realistic.
Yeah, just before AE, and I agree. It's like they said Q3. Q3 is the end of September, right? So we know they're not going to hit that. They actually said, okay, it's going to be Q4.
No.
So again, Q4 is October, November, December, right? So I think they would love to get it out before CitizenCon, but the reality is probably not. Maybe IAE if we're lucky. Some of the roadmap things that are 4.0 are pushed to after it or towards the end of November. Now, if they want to make those a .x feature, then fine. But yeah, I mean, I don't expect it soon, but I expect it sooner rather than later.
Which was also something that some content creators were going into before 324 went to live. They were all bored, so they were starting to create, well, I wouldn't say rumors, but they were starting to create sentiments about 4.0, whenever will it release, and maybe it won't even be 2024, but it may be January, February next year, and people were going crazy over all this. Well, at least there was so much talk about how when they think it would launch. There was which at some point just becomes useless to engage in. But
let's do some analysis here and let's put some pieces together, right? So at CitizenCon last year, okay, we had access to Pyro. Not all of it, but a large majority of it. And it worked, right? They even gave us the tech demo or the tech preview or whatever, so everybody can test it, right? The only thing is they had a couple of planets missing or moons or whatever, which we all know that they've got that shit down to a science now, and they can freaking roll that stuff out pretty quickly, or it just wasn't ready or polished enough for them to put it out. So for all intents and purposes, right, Pyro's done. Maybe not all the bangs and whistles,
all the plans,
the contested zones, the asteroid hangars, that's new, right? So maybe that's not polished yet.
Actually, no.
Right?
The thing we haven't seen is the moons of Pyro 5, the 5 moons. So.
Right, but I mean, they've kind of shown us a little bit of those recently, but they didn't show it to us when
they showed us 4,
it was in CitizenCon.
5, and 6, but they didn't show us the moons yet. So,
but they may want to hold that off for surprise, right? I I mean, it's got to be built. It's got to be there. They may be doing a little bit of polish. They maybe
Yeah,
they were waiting on putting some of the settlements and stuff. Go ahead, Redor.
Yeah, I mean, I would concur with you. I would hope that all of it is done, and they only had to do a few things here and there. I would hope that they're working on other systems that we all know that they're doing. They've been teasing Pyro for how long? They've been teasing Pyro?
A
A couple
long
of years
time.
now. Yeah, a long time. So I would really, really hope that all of it is done, and it just has to be, they just got to pull the trigger to release it all. That's it.
Yep. And again, the fact that they were very adamant about getting it by Q3 means that their only thing that was holding them back was this patch. So once they get this patch done, again, they have to merge the two,
Wait.
fix whatever bugs there are,
Yeah, I know.
right, that get generated with it, and then whatever
Somebody actually
testing
used
they have to do, right? The jump point is a big point of contention, right? Making sure that the servers are able to hand off the information back and forth between everybody, right? Between the two servers as people are jumping through and everything. Any of the new missions that they're generating, the AI
Exterminate.
stuff.
Exterminate.
I'm probably a little bit. I'm trying to hold back. I'm probably more optimistic than I should be, given it is CIG and they miss deadlines all the time. It's part of the development cycle.
No, you're right doing that. You
But
have to, you have to do that.
it's like I know we're close. Like I can just feel it. Yeah, 318 Taramattai CIG, Shady. You're absolutely right. And so they are taking extra precautions to prevent that kind of stuff from happening.
Can you believe that since 3.0, we've now had 24 intermediate feature patches?
Huh?
Since 3.0.
Yeah, that was one of our first things we talked about, Shady.
Yeah.
Was
And
the
it's not a Titan.
the cargo suit or whatever they call that, cargo
Cargo
hauler
loader.
suit.
Yeah.
It's not actually a Titan. It's the predecessor to the Titan.
No, we don't know that. It probably has no relation whatsoever.
That does not look anything like the concept art for a Titan.
No, it looks nothing like
That
that.
was not-
The Titan suit was actually a proper suit. It's just with longer legs and arms. That's it.
that one is a
It's just a cage going over you.
Yeah, that's just a a cargo mover, walker, hauler, doohickey. The original predecessor to the Titan. Civilian model. That's right, Jay. Civilian model.
Yeah.
It's the Dutch guy again.
Star Citizen Live was good. Not live. Inside Star Citizen was good. Talking about the factions, the different type of missions and stuff that you can do is. I mean,
they even specified the classes, but those that's only applicable to AI because of how they different types of brawlers.
Yeah, this is what I was mentioning when you were talking about flying around, just shooting them from above. Where it's like you're gonna have the little archetypes, and you're gonna have that one heavy duty guy walking
Or
around.
these
with
turrets will just
railgun.
shoot you with.
Yep.
So yeah, this is an Atlas platform-based drop vehicle.
Yeah, we already have that.
Do we?
What realm? And where have you been?
What? I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
that's
one where, what's his name, got in it with a bunch of people from his TV show or whatever, and was getting fired at with missiles and stuff like
Spartan.
that while he was racing back to the.
Spartan.
The thing is, it was probably never used by anyone in the field, so you never see them.
No, you never seen them. No. Oh, and some orgs did use it during, their own
When it first
personal
came out.
operations.
Yeah.
When they made their own stuff, but yeah, for game wise, no, there was no reason to use this whatsoever. But this should be a good scenario to use it.
Loading.
Hopefully, like simply going in with a ship will not be a viable thing.
I didn't
Since
think
they
that was
probably
what it looked like from the back. I guess you're
Oh, yeah.
right. I never seen it from the back. All the pictures are from. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, most people don't use that. They rather just use their Liberator or, any of the drop ships or anything that they make into a drop ship.
Mm.
Most people still just run around solo, unless you're an org.
I even made a picture of it.
No, it's a classic. It came out and nobody used it, basically.
Yeah.
So it quickly faded in the background. So I'm not surprised you forgot about it.
I don't know how many are
But-
still in the game. They
But
haven't
yeah,
been melted.
I hope Pyro will force people to use it then, since you can't go straight in with your ship.
Well, I mean, again, most people are playing solo, and they're going to go in with the Nursa, right? Because that's what they're doing these days. They're going in with the Nursa, and then just
Mobile
camp
spawn
right
point.
outside, whatever, and if they die, they come back and off they go. Well,
Yeah, but
Shady,
without any of the gear.
we know that we can fly, but I mean, if there's heavy air cover where it's like, you can't destroy the turrets and they're going to destroy you, then you have to drive. You have to land off in a distance and you got to get there fast somehow, because walking ain't going to work.
It may not be completely there, but that's the scenario they wanted to do eventually. To make no-fly zones.
Yeah, that too. They do want to have some kind of no-fly zones because of storms and all kinds of other crap.
It will slow the gameplay down. So they kind of have
People
to do
are
it.
already complaining about how slow the gameplay is,
Oh,
especially with this patch.
yeah. I said this before. They have to cater to us old people. Where they wanna
Speaking
go.
of catering to old people,
Oh no!
Juntao,
What about
the
Junta?
only. Yo, guys, Juntao, the
Yeah.
only.
Yeah.
Where are you guys? This is your patch. This is
No,
the
it's
patch
not.
you've been waiting for.
No, if it's broken.
Well,
Well,
hell,
don't come
tell 'em to
now
come
because it's
back.
broken. But
And get their
in a
cargo
few
fetish in.
days, this is
And
their
just
cargo hauling
sit back
patch
and
that they wanted.
yeah.
Junto and Tio, they come back around CitizenCon time, so they'll be
Yeah.
around.
And hopefully it'll be fixed by then.
Yeah. Better fucking be fixed by then.
Whoa. It will be fixed well,
Bless you.
if only.
Yeah, there's the guy that's waiting for you. He's gonna
And he's
Yeah, it's
heavy
got-
armor.
And his dogs.
heavy armor
And the
and
mutts,
his
yeah.
dogs. So people they're all like immediately saying,
What?
"Oh, if they can have dogs, can we have dogs?" It's like, are we gonna have
Companions.
our pets now?
Yes, tomorrow we're going to have pets. Well, actually, it might. Oh, here's the nice helmets. Yes. So this is the good gear that they're started popping up. I like this.
Everybody, man, if you
Oops.
make the mistake of walking around with that fucking helmet, it's like a fucking target on your back. People are gonna kill you in a heartbeat for that helmet.
Where were we
Yeah,
here?
Yeah. Some nice stuff there now. I have to admit.
Glowing eyes.
True, Shady. That's so true. People are in too much of a hurry. They forget it's supposed to be fun and enjoyable.
The
Not
fuck is that?
What
that's like a mask.
that's like an old World War II German helmet. It's just a pair of goggles and
Yeah. Goggles, a helmet, and a scarf or some kind of
Scarf, yeah.
mask.
Yeah.
But that helmet, that skull helmet, I mean, I'm telling you, if you are in a free fire zone, you're dead, because everybody's gonna go after you for that helmet.
So yeah, I think they were talking about the tiered items. So I think that's what that is.
Is that a hood?
Well, those are actually rewards for going up in faction.
Yeah, that's
So those are
yeah.
like, high end gear.
Oh,
Is that what is that? In the end, it looks rather large actually.
What do you mean at the end?
It's
On the
on the
on the
sniper.
barrel?
Yeah, it looks larger than normal.
Well, the one scope, that's the scope that's usually on the P6.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
That's that 16 time.
the-
That's that 16 time scope.
It's just the attachment at the end looks bigger than normal. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Well, that's not a suppressor. That's a
Stabilizer, or whatever you call it.
yeah, it's one of those stabler thingies.
that's
Definitely not
It helps you hit, but
flash.
it doesn't hide you.
Yeah, look there. That's a new helmet as well.
Yeah, so this is when they're talking about the two factions, right? So if you're in the faction for the people of Pyro, whatever the fuck they're called, they're likely to have similar weapons to what you get in Stanton, what we have now, right? They just may be a little bit more beat up, or they might have some minor modifications, blah, blah, blah. If you're part of the other faction, the bad guys, then you're going to get all kinds of custom weapons that are, kind of like jury rigged together to work. So that's going to be cool as well. It's almost worth killing the bad guys just to get the neat stuff.
These are Xeno threat, and I have to say that the bloody best dressed, tightest outfit.
Well, they said that Xeno threat is similar to something like Wagner Group.
Yeah,
they are a private military organization, and then so they are better equipped and than everybody else. They also have like what, a planet and a few moons, or a couple of planets that they control.
Oh yeah, that's 6. Yeah, Pyro 6 is theirs.
Yeah, so they own a couple of planets and moons, and
they don't know nothing.
The other factions, they control a couple other planets and moons, and then the other faction own a couple of planets and moons. So it's kind of evenly split out across the different factions. Yeah, ex-military that went rogue.
Quick, shoot him! Shoot him!
Shoot Jared. Why?
And then I guess there's the fuck some.
What?
Somebody's hammering or something somewhere in next door. But there's the one place that is a leftover factory or resource facility. That's a place for trying to take it over.
This shit.
Yeah. There's a little town on the outskirts, and then you actually have then you have the actual big facility and stuff like that. Now, I don't want to add 10 years to development, but
Wow.
CIG, hear me out. What you should be doing with this spot here is have it where you can actually take control of the different actions and have it flip to the appropriate faction. Right? So there's always a reason to be having people there and engaging, because they're trying to control the different locations for their factions, and then it gives that faction a benefit. Right?
Capture the flag kind of scenario.
Basically. It's been done in other MMOs and other games where, if you control a location, you get some benefit from it. Right?
And if you
and then you have the other
few of them, then you have more
yep.
control, Yeah.
And you have the other faction trying to take over some of those locations to be able to gather the stuff. So I'm not saying it's a missed opportunity. I'm sure they probably thought of it at some point or another. I'm going to give you credit, CIG. But they just haven't implemented it yet. But this would have been a great test bed for that, I would think.
I love Shady's response there. That was hilarious.
Yeah. That's funny. Yep, Shady, nice coat. I like that. Yeah, so I mean, there's not much really going on this week other than right now it's just waiting for them to fix
What you mean just
the problems in live.
The greatest thing ever came out a few days ago.
I don't know.
The best ship in the game ever of all time.
Yeah, F8 one. Well, what I
no, actually, yeah, we do that next. Yeah,
the Peregrine. Okay.
Yeah, Peregrine. Okay, which one you want to do? The Peregrine or the winner?
Well, there's nothing really to say about the ship showdown anyway, because we didn't we do that on our last show? We actually
did already.
Suspected
we kind of
exactly how this would go, because at that point there's only like 6 ships left, and the alien ship was definitely going to drop, and it did, and it was going to be the C1 versus the F8. And at that point, I wasn't really sure. The C1 could have won still too, because it was even in the previous rounds, it was quite popular. It won by a large margin against all the others, I think. But the F8 won anyway.
Do you think that they knew, based off of the metrics that they have, that the F8 was probably going to win, and so they set it up so that when it wins, they could do the golden ticket and put the ship up for sale again?
Do you take us for fools? You think we can be that easily manipulated?
Yes.
It was so, yeah, it was, yeah, when it first popped
I almost feel like they knew that the F8 was going to, well, I think...
No, it was definitely between the C1 and the F8. I think that was quite obvious from the
it was obvious, yeah.
And then marketing said, oh, we can put the ship back up for sale if it wins. Brilliant.
Yeah, that's right. The golden tickets are back. I still have my few that I got in the first round. So.
And then if you didn't buy, if you did not buy it, you can reuse it to be able to buy. If you've already bought one, you cannot use, not even if you get a new ticket, you cannot buy the F8. You are only allowed to get D1.
Jesus, what is this font?
It's a beautiful font. That's your player. Your player's doing that. I'm not your player. That's your browser doing that. I think, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a very flat font. Oh, whatever.
Almost looks like Arial.
No, I
Those
mean
guys-
it's too flat. It's like, oh, whatever. Good
There were
license.
still some people who wanted to see one to win, and they were quite actually whingy about it by not winning. They said, "Oh God, no, not a fighter again. Oh no,
Oh,
it's not fair."
whatever. Whatever.
Am I-
And like the C1 has about
They
like
still
what,
got the
10,
skin.
12. You have 10 tail skins, and yet the F8 only has 2, and one of them is ultra exclusive.
Mhm.
They still got the skin. Who cares?
So yeah, so the top 4 ships will receive a limited edition paint option and an in-game poster. Yay! I like those posters; they're actually pretty cool.
Did they say that? Why did they say that?
Yeah.
Oh, they're giving us a poster this time, not a jacket.
Yeah, there's no clothing this time, it looks like. And you'll get these during IAE. The F8 will receive a collectible in-game championship pendant. I'm not sure if that's on a stand or do you hang it on the wall.
Is that on Spectrum
yeah.
somewhere? Because I didn't see it here. Oh, winner crown.
It's on the click winner's crown. Yeah. It should be the big paragraph, or is it? No. Go up there. Go up. It's at the top. It should be at the top.
Receive a collectible in-game championship pendant. Oh, yeah, I see it. I gotta cite this
In the
then.
third paragraph. Third paragraph.
Yeah, I see it.
I would have liked some clothing. I do like the clothing. So I'm slightly
Yeah, the
disappointed.
jackets were kind of nice. Yeah.
No model. Looks like there's no
Oh,
model.
not
I'm
pendant.
disappointed
It's a
with that.
pennant.
I would like to have some kind of small model.
What
Just
the hell is a
distinguish.
what the hell is a pennant?
Something you hang on a wall that says congratulations, champions and all this kind of thing.
Well, so it's a
You usually see
Black?
them. You
Those
No,
third
it's-
triangular ones.
Yeah, you usually see sporting teams have it to commemorate their win of season and stuff like that. So
like a wreath or something. Yeah, okay.
not a wreath per se. No, it's just
No, yeah.
it's like a banner in a way, a tiny banner.
That's all right. I mean, I got enough leather jackets as it is already from these guys.
So no challenge coin. So people will be happy to see that. Some are getting annoyed at that. Oh, not a coin.
Yeah, whatever. If you can't use them, then no point in having them.
No, it sits in your shelves with your model and other stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, okay, great. If you want it as a decoration, but a challenge coin is meant to be used
is it what to flip and
and
Heads or
challenged
tails?
so that somebody has to buy your beer.
uh,
What it's all about.
I only own the
All right.
C1.
Peregrine. Let's talk about that new shippy ship
Yeah.
that nobody
ship.
likes.
the shippity ship, the ship to ships. So
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not coming.
yeah, we knew this was the worst kept secret, but I have to say, I'm really disappointed in this. So
What did we say
Firstly,
last week? We theory crafted about the price. So let's
Yeah,
see
we
the
were
price.
way
First
off.
of all, we were way off. We were all way off.
Yeah. And that's my first thing that I'm annoyed about. $185 is the base price plus tax.
Oh, this
You
is
can get it
FAQ.
for 170 war bond, but even still, that is very expensive for a
What
racer.
it does.
This is by far the most expensive.
Yeah, because
racer.
people took it out in the PU right away, and they, although it's fast,
So
it had
it's
no weapons on
considered
it,
the-
right?
Apparently, it's the fastest inline ship.
No, it isn't. So
That I know, but they're
yeah,
saying it is.
So this
I,
is the thing that I want to stress this. So last week we talked about this. About we thought the Herald was the fastest ship, but it isn't. It's not even in the top 5. So the fastest ship straight line in the game is the P-72 Archimedes. That's over 300 meters per second. Nobody's even remotely close to that. But of course, that doesn't have a
We're
quantum
talking
drive.
about nav mode, huh?
In nav mode, it's what was it, 1600 to something crazy.
It's still the fastest.
well, the
Yeah.
FAQ says that it's the fastest in line.
It's not. So the stats say otherwise. Always go by the actual in-game stats and don't pay attention to it. It's the very first thing I always do, is go into the files and look what the data actually says.
191.
Hacker.
So the second fastest is the Razor. So the Razor is 145. The EX, which is it's supposed to be faster, even though it's slower than the original Razor. I don't know why that is the
I
case.
gotta buy this.
But it's still faster than the Peregrine. But those two ships have one thing that the Peregrine doesn't have, and that is guns.
Mm-hmm.
This does not have any guns whatsoever, and that's the second thing I think is really annoying and very disappointing. That you don't get any weapons with this. Even the pair-sized ones, they could have stuck them beside the cockpit.
I expect to see when they release more racing ships, not to have weapons. I think they are rethinking the racing gameplay and realizing that
they're not going to have the fighting in it in the dubious races.
Well, so let me. Okay, so far, nobody has been doing the dubious racing. Everybody is just doing regular racing, and they're trying to win and be the best time.
Yeah, because the gameplay isn't there yet.
So, for the most part, the majority of the ships don't need guns for the civilized world, right? Now, for the dubious racing, where you can shoot each other and do wacky races and do like Mario Kart, where you can sabotage
Wacky
and stuff
wheels?
like that. Wacky races.
Yeah, Wacky Wheels. That was a game.
Okay.
I know Wacky Wheels.
I'm not familiar with it. Wacky Races was an actually Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Those guys are going to use whatever fucking ship they want, as long as it's kind of fast and they got guns to blow the fuck out of the other racers, right? So you'll see the Buccaneer in there. You'll see, anything that's got guns and can blow each other up. Freaking colors black for all we know. So I kind of understand. I kind of got that vibe for why they're taking the guns away. Because I have a funny feeling that's the direction they're going to be going.
I don't know. It's
just the dedicated racers are only going to race. They're not going to use that ship for combat.
Not for $185. You're not.
Well, the price is a different thing altogether. I'm not even gonna. I don't even bother to guess their pricing methodology.
That's just weird. That's the thing I find strange. It's just priced way out compared to other vehicles, and it's not even remotely the fastest. So I don't get it. It's if I don't know.
Again, I don't look at pricing. I'm like, I either want the ship or I don't, and I'm not even going to argue with CIG over the pricing, because it actually makes no difference to them what I say. They're going to sell it for whatever they want. So instead of getting all bent up and out of shape and everything, I'm like, okay, do I want it? Yes or no? And then can I afford it? Yes or no?
The funny thing about the no gun gameplay is that one feature of the ship is that its armor is stronger than normal. So if they're not going to have gun gameplay, then why do you need strong armor? It's a bit weird.
I mean, you could say that it's the reinforced body to take the stress, right?
Well,
I mean, there's any number of ways you can spin it. Again, suspension of disbelief. I don't get stuck in the minutia of it all. You know, I'm one of those things like, is it going to be fun for me? Can I afford it? Does it look cool? Is it something I need to have? You know, those are the things that I look at. I don't look at the meta. I don't look at all the other crap that everybody looks at. It's like, I just look at the common sense and the playability and the desire. I don't look at all the other crap.
So yeah, I'm summarizing as not great value for money, and yeah, just buy it for a collector's sake. That's it. There are far better, far cheaper races out there.
Yeah, there are people that are complaining that it doesn't have any stealth. That actually its stealth signature went up because of the components that they have. It's like, it's not meant to be a stealth ship. Don't complain about it just because all of the other ships have stealth capabilities. It's because they were designed to have stealth capabilities. This is a racing ship. It's not about stealth.
What's that?
So don't say, "Oh, I'm not going to buy it because it doesn't have stealth."
Is that
Like,
Connie, is it, or is that Retaliator? That's a tally, yeah. It's a tally. I think. Is it? Yeah, it is a tally. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wings folded back.
On the roof, yeah. Yeah,
I think people just complain to give them justification not to buy it.
No,
It's like they come up with it's like, just don't buy it if you don't like it. Don't come up with these obscure, it's like, just, it's not for me, and just go, okay, I'm not buying it.
No, it probably is a fine racer, and there's no issue there. It's just the price tag for it is just far too much, I think. That's the really big issue. If it doesn't have weapons, that's fine. I don't mind that. It's just the price tag for it.
So here's the other twist on that, right? They got to pay for the game somehow, right? Those servers cost money. It's not like they're giving us a game that we just buy and it runs on our PC and we never have to connect to the internet. They got servers they have to pay for, right? So do they maybe charge too much for some ships? Yeah. But they got to pay for the game somehow, unless you're going to willingly pay for a subscription, which I guarantee you a lot of people are not going to want to do. Letting some people buy the ship for the price that they're selling it for is not a bad thing. If the people are willing to pay for it, let them pay for it. If you're not willing to pay for it, then don't pay for it.
Like, funding didn't do well. Like, it only went to 500,000. Yeah, 500,000 on that day, and then 250 the next day. So it's 750 so far.
It's not, again, it's a niche ship. It is meant for racing. People are not going to buy it unless they are racers and they feel like they have to have it. Right? You remove the guns, you've just removed about 75% of the, well, let's say 50%. 50% of the gamers. It has no guns. 50% of the gamers are like, I don't want it. Right? The other ones are, it's a racer ship. You got rid of 75% of, or maybe even 80 or 90% of the gaming community because they don't want to race. So it's a very niche ship. So they are not going to rake in the kind of money they are going to rake in versus something like the F8. Because people will pay for that F8. They will beg, borrow, steal. Now that we're on the subject of ships and paying for ships and stuff like that, This is a pain point that I kind of just came across. That's kind of annoying. I mean, I think we've always been talking about this and stuff, but it's like right now they are still rolling out new ships, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're new concepts, new flight ready, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're charging all of this money and stuff like that, right? And they say, oh, well, we're not going to create any ship or update any ship that doesn't have gameplay, right? Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. We got a whole bunch of ships that are backlogged, that are full. They are fully ready to be played in the game. Gladius, all the different F7 variants, right? Bunch of other stuff. Those ships don't need any new gameplay. Yet they're not working on them, right? The problem is they're investing all of the resources that they have, and they don't have enough resources for the ships in the game, right? They probably need more artists and design and developers and stuff for ships than anything else in the game. And they're all focused on all the new shit, and they are never ever going to get to the old shit because they need the money. I'm like, I'm sorry, but you need to either hire more artists and developers for ships and get that backlog caught up, because there are ships in the backlog that should be done. They should be at least component level gold standard, instead of the piece of shits that they are right now, just sitting out there with nothing but a pilot seat and a bunch of guns. It's like they need to freaking start working on these older ships. It's way past overdue. There is no reason why they can't be working on some of those older ships. And they don't need to be making new fucking variants either. They need to get the older ships done.
Can you name a couple of older ships?
Gladiator. That's a bomber. Not even a bomber. It's
They
just a
ever
missile
released a
boat.
Gladiator?
The Gladiator is available, but it doesn't have any components. It doesn't have any of the new stuff applied to it. It's not even a gold standard.
Apart from the PTV, it's the oldest asset in the game.
Right? The Carrack needs to be freaking fixed, because those cargo containers limit its capabilities right now, and we have the gameplay for cargo hauling. Those cargo containers need to be updated. I mean, those cargo containers need to be updated. All the F7s, right? The Mark 1s, they need to be updated. So they don't have cargo container or space for their cargoes if they're a cargo carrier. You don't have the tracker. You don't have the stealth. None of them have components. And they got the Mark 2s out. It's like those ships have been on the back burner forever, and they should be freaking ready. But they have not been doing it because all they keep wanting to do is release new ships. And I understand that they got to make money, but come on, guys. It's like you guys are just freaking dicking us over.
How the rest of y'all feel about that?
This is a subject that's, we've been talking on and off now for a long time. But it's about resources of personnel and
But that's what I'm bitching about. They're putting all their resources into new ships.
but
They're
you know,
They're not putting them into the old ships.
well, see, the new
And-
ships are easy to do. So all these sabers, they're pretty easy to do.
Did they remove these
But-
fences?
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. It's like their excuse was, well, they don't have the gameplay. Well, that excuse is gone.
Try the alcove down in the end. I think it's still there. No, I think until Squadron is out of the way, you know, they can.
Those guys aren't working in Squadron. Those guys are working in building ships.
Do you think could be a strategic mistake for the ship team to be working exclusively on one brand of ships? And I think we have indications that they're not exclusively working on only one brand of ships, because I think there's a couple other ships that have been released or going to be released. This Peregrine Falcon ship is not an RSI ship. It's something else. It belongs to another brand. Am I correct?
I know that they did say that they were working on the RSI ship so that they can get closer to getting all the assets necessary for RSI, so that they can, build the bigger ships or other ships faster. I kind of get that. Or they're building the bigger ships first so that they can get the assets, so that they can trickle down to the smaller ships and stuff. I get that. I mean, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But still, they're investing all their time on all new ships and none on older ships that they already have assets for.
Yeah,
That they get and pipelines for that they and we already have the gameplay for them. They should be working on those ships and get rid of the backlog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not like that. I don't agree with you. I do agree with you on probably almost everything that the point they're making. It's just the fact that time is ticking. Over a year past the 10-year mark, 11, 12 years, and saying, well, where are the ships that this was pictured in the days of yore, a decade ago. And, you still don't have it. I understand the notion of having gameplay that matches ships. But at this point in time, you talk about ships that need to be reworked. Starfarer definitely needs to rework. Maybe the what's that ship called? The Explorer ship, the big Explorer ship. I forget the name.
Endeavor?
Anyway, yeah, no, not the Endeavor.
The Carrack.
The Carrack. That needs to possibly rework. I'm hearing people complain about that.
Well, it's just the cargo for the cargo containers. Really,
exactly.
But again, I don't think it also has any components. It's one of those ships where it doesn't have components. It doesn't have personal storage locations and stuff like that. I mean, if it's in the game, it needs to be. They need to be focusing on those and get them up to, what I call component gold standard, where every ship has a component. Every ship has its personal, storage locations, because obviously we now have the itemized inventory and stuff like that. So they got rid of all the other ways of being able to store stuff. So they need to get that shit done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. If I were Chris Roberts, I'd hope to have a successful Squadron 42 launch, bring in that money, and come to the board meeting and say, okay, guys, we're going to double the ship team. I want all these ships that have been on the backlog to be done in a couple of years. So we're going to double the ship team and have those new people, or have the old people rather, work on the backlog while the new folks get used to these building this stuff out.
Yeah. I mean, it really is. Again, I understand what they have to do, and you're right. Maybe it's, they're waiting on Squadron 42, but and I know that they need the money to keep the doors open, and keep the talent there, but they need to maybe not work on 6 new unannounced ships, along with, what is it, 3 or 4 variants for the F7 Mark II. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9 ships. They don't need to be working on 9 ships.
But now you're going against your earlier argument about
Need to
funding.
make money.
Well, no, I know well, that's what I'm saying. Is I know they need to, but they don't need to have the entire team working on 9 future ships. They need to be working on some of the older ships, and
Yeah,
they
what
need to
you're
get
trying to
those
say,
upgraded.
what you're trying to say is they need to find a better balance.
Yep. They need to have like one team or sub team or whatever dedicated to the old ships, so that they can get those all up to speed. Even the fucking Arrow has no components. It's one of the most used ships in the game for combat, and it has no components. It's ridiculous. I know you need the money. I know you're focusing on getting all new ships and shit like this, but stuff like this freaking Peregrine, we didn't need that. That could have waited. You could have taken the resources that you used in putting in the Peregrine, and you could put it on another ship. Get that ship upgraded, and then maybe resell that ship. Get more sales from that ship because it's been upgraded.
Money.
Yeah, they played that song last night. We have money. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, we can talk about this, and we've talked on this for years, particularly with regards to the Gladiator. So I think right now we're wasting our time and wasting our breath, because COG are not going to listen to that. We know that they have a shortage of people for ships. They've mentioned this before. They have to bring in new people and they have to retrain them. They said they're going to use the RSI ships first and foremost to train them, and then they'll move on to others. So, yeah, there's not much we can do about it, unfortunately. It is frustrating, but yeah.
I mean, because I was just thinking, I said, wait a minute. It's like giving us all these. It's like, wait a minute. They always said that they're going to have the ships based off of what we have in the game, and if they can do their job. And it's like, well, wait a minute. We got like 5 or 6 ships that can do the job that haven't been upgraded. It's like, let's get them upgraded. It's like they don't need any new tech. They just need to be upgraded.
Have the resources, no.
Because they're putting it all into 9 new ships.
I just want
that we don't need.
We don't know what
the cargo trolley. Just give them the cargo trolley. That's what I want. Yeah, I know I'm talking about the little pushing machine that they show in Simpsons. Yeah, no, okay.
Yeah, the cargo loader that we've seen in Alien, that thing.
Yeah.
And the answer, Siren and Shady, yeah, we know that the 7 Mark IIs are coming. They actually put them on the roadmap. So we are getting the T, the R, and the M. Actually, the T and the S. The R, there is no T. So the R and the S, according to the tracker, should be done. The M, which is the Super Hornet, is going to be done probably by IAE. And that's when all 3 of those will probably go up for sale. And then we have the 6 other unannounced ships that we don't know what the hell they are.
Well, we've got the hint of one of them, which is probably the Crusader starter ship.
Okay, true. Okay.
So that's more likely to be one of them. I think that was.
We
one
also
of the-
have that other Mirai.
Oh yeah,
ship.
yeah. Yeah,
So
I
that's
don't know.
two.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, it's been in the game files now for a while, so hopefully we'll get it this year. What else was there? There was another ship in with the silhouettes that they showed last year that we still haven't seen, and we have no clue what it is. It's like a mini Zeus or something like that. Actually, no, that could be the Crusader. Actually, now that I think about it.
Shady, you're right. You know, that's one of the points that I made was that it's like, I know that they need to make new ships so that they can keep making money. But maybe by upgrading one of the older ships, they can get sales for that ship, right? Because they upgraded it to a newer standard, and it might be, you know, worth people buying it, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's a fine balance. I mean, I can't condemn them because that's their business model, and that's what they need to keep the game going. And hopefully, if they ever finally release Squadron 42 and get good sales from it, that could take away some of the need to be building so many concept ships, and they can focus on the backlog. But again, we don't know how successful Squadron 42 is going to be. It could be a flop for all we know. You know, if it's a crappy story, done deal.
It better not be a flop.
But I just want them not to exclusively focus on all new ships. Take a part of the team, pick an old asset, an old ship that doesn't need any new gameplay, and freaking upgrade it. Take the Gladiator, right? You don't need any new gameplay for it. All it does is it goes pew pew and fires a bunch of missiles, and just upgrade it. One ship off the list. Then go do another one. So on and so forth.
So let's bring up a thing that's popped up during 24. Actually, it popped up during the PTU. After Realm stops messing with his paints.
Oh, they're still broke. His paints are still broken.
Nobody cares about your Firebird.
Yeah, they do.
See, there's an example there. See, it's brand new and they haven't fixed it. They don't care.
What, the paint?
Yeah, the Firebird's broken there. See, look, broken.
Look at this paint. Look at this one. This one's hilarious. And then when you unequip it, the camo pattern lingers.
That could just be the tool itself. You don't know until you actually put it on the ship and call it.
Too, yeah.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Red one doesn't even. It only applies to those things, apparently, weirdly enough. No, it's all over the place. Start doing this, you get even weirder effects.
Well, then you got a unique ship, man. It's got a unique paint job.
Mixing and matching, yeah, but they look hideous, to be honest. This,
but don't you want to be unique?
Select the red one. No, wait. Ooh, no, I've got a red.
There you go. Save that.
If I change, now I can spawn it. Does it look like this?
That's what I'm at. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it the tool that does that, or is it actually applying that to the ships? I bet you it's the tool, not the actual ships.
Oh, we'll see about that. Dum 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 dum. Here it comes. Here it comes. Come on. Emote's broken.
Yep, still looks like a Firebird.
Oi.
Oh, you need to get that refinished.
Every time
So
I think about the fiber, think about the fiber tweak. I wish they were able to use that Stravinsky's music for that fiber commercial, but anyway.
Yeah, so it doesn't apply. That's just the tool is all
No, but
jacked
it's still
up.
broken because it doesn't apply the proper paint anyway. Oh yeah, it's a combination of both. The thing in the mobiGlass shows it wrong, but it's still broken in the game as well because whatever you equip, it still doesn't look as it should be. It's strange. I don't know what they did, but it was since it's been like that since the Saber was implemented to live. It was correct on the PTU before that, but then it went to
All right,
live
Siren.
and it was broken.
Thanks for coming by.
See you later. So let's talk about
I'm just gonna sit down.
the skybox, because there's a lot of chatter about this, and I'm really annoyed about this. This is definitely a step backwards, and what really annoys me is the excuses that CIG come up with to justify it. As they're saying, oh no, this is a better quality of life improvement and all that. And it's just balderdash, because the one on the left is the new 0.24 skybox, and the one on the right is the previous one. Now, the previous one wasn't the best. It wasn't, I think it was just too much. It wasn't really realistic. But on the one on the left, it just looks shit. There's no other word to put it. It's an extraordinary poor quality.
But the thing is, it's not even the same. It's not even the same picture. The one picture is full of asteroids and stuff like that, and then the other one is just a clear sky.
Okay, so go to the next image.
I mean, if you're gonna do a comparison, you need to compare the same shit. You don't compare two totally different locations and stuff. I will say
Alright.
that obviously the old skybox probably had more stars and stuff than the new one does, which is what I think you're getting at.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're going to compare, they really need to compare the same image so that you can actually see the difference between A and B versus like two random locations.
It's like if you're in space, it doesn't matter unless you're actually in the nebula, where it doesn't make a difference. But this is everywhere. Now I can be annoying by saying that the space should be black altogether, no stars at all. If you're in Starlight, then you should not see any stars at all.
Okay,
But
I wanna jump in real quick. So I cannot confirm this, but I was watching a video, and it's a good source video. It's not bullshit video stuff that kind of that you get all the time. But they were saying that they interviewed astronauts, and the astronauts say, because they were saying why it's always black, you can't see anything. They say, no, when you're in space, you can see all the stars.
no,
We don't see it probably because of the pictures of it, but they get to actually they actually get to see a lot of the stars just like we do. If you're in a place that isn't saturated with light on the planet and you look up, you see tons and tons of stars. But when you see like the videos when they're looking at, they're being recorded doing stuff, it's like just pitch black. That's not the actual reality.
So they actually can't see the stars. Only in the night, only on the dark side of the Earth or the Moon, whereas the stars come out.
Right.
You can't actually see them all. The sunlight is so bright, it just blots it out. So, but we know that we need it in the game because it's good for orientation, and it just makes the background look boring. So I understand why they have a few stars in the game, but what CIG have come up with the new thing is just rubbish. It really is so poor quality. Everything seems to be a galaxy, by the way. There seems to be this long streak, and I don't know why they did that. There's more galaxies, I think, than stars on the space box, on the skybox. It's just, it's just bad, and the excuses that are coming up are just lame reasons. Go back to the old skybox at least, because the one they have now is just so bad, I think.
Well, I will say from my perspective, I don't even pay attention to the fucking skybox. I don't even know what I'm always paying attention to the controls, to the chat. I don't even look at the fucking skybox. I don't even care if there's the stars out there. But that's just me.
It's just, I believe this game is supposed to be a cut above the rest in all aspects of and particularly its quality. And yeah, when you look at that, I just find that's just bad quality. And I'm not really sure about the mindset of it. It's just weird. And everybody else seems the same. Reddit is full of it, full of these arguments, given it about the skybox. Yeah, it's just it annoys the hell out of me when I see that.
And what's CIG's response?
They're saying to do it. It's supposed to make you be able to see objects like ships or stations easier. And I'm going, that's nonsense. If you really wanted to do that, then you make the whole bloody skybox black, and I guarantee the stations and the ship will stand out like in real life. You know, if you're in space and you have a space station in the middle of nowhere, it will stick out like a sore thumb for millions of kilometers. You will see it so far away. You know. But yeah, it's I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's a step back, I think. Yeah. So it's sad when this happens. I think we go forward a few steps and then we go backwards in this.
Well,
and I bought an OLED monitor.
Did you consider that maybe part of it has to do with the refactor, the lighting refactor and everything that they're doing that may be affecting it? And they actually... No. So you don't think Vulkan and all of that stuff has nothing to do with it?
No. It's
the
just
ray tracing, nothing.
It's just a simple skybox. That's all it is. It's nothing complicated by whatsoever. It's just an image. That's all it is. It's just a single image. That, I don't get it. Anyway, what else was there? Move on from that. Tractor beams are broken, apparently.
No, maybe on some ships they're broken. I knew that what was it? The Cutlass was having problems with it. I don't know if that's been addressed or not, but.
Well, Ralum, you're using the C1, so what's the tractor beam in that like? Apparently that's not working.
I haven't used it, I'm not sure. I wouldn't know.
I think the one on the Cutlass also isn't working. I thought
the one on the Cutlass I heard was broken. I haven't tried it. Not that I really use my Cutlass anymore. But I thought the C1 was working. I've seen plenty of videos with people using the C1 tractor beam.
Even with the Cutlass, that's disappointing, especially with the cargo patch.
Well, I don't think the Cutlass tractor beam even worked.
No, I thought it did at the beginning. Like everything else, it worked at the beginning, and then one build later, everything does.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't really know much else that's going on. I mean, right now it's all about just the patch is out, and you got to get it fixed.
Is that it then? It has
Eh.
been
I mean, pretty
Right.
much.
a quiet week.
Why is it bumping?
It's excited to see you.
I have to test. Oh, they took away the salvaging inside the hangars.
Obviously.
And that was handy.
Yeah, but
You-
unfortunately, it was being exploited.
You
It
brought a
only
ship
takes-
in.
It only takes one person to ruin it for everybody else. Because that would have been really cool if, I'm cleaning up a space station and I can drag it into my hangar and clean it up there and get, and then go out and pull in another one versus trying to do it out there. Wait, where are you going? Are you playing live?
Does the Pisces fit in here? No, it doesn't.
Are you live right now?
Yeah, I'm in the game. Whatever.
That's the tractor beam for a Wii.
Yeah, hang on. Oh, shit.
Is it working here? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'll work.
Why wouldn't it?
This is slow.
It's only salvaging that doesn't work. It's still a no fire zone. I mean, it's still a no armistice zone, so you can pull out weapons and stuff like that.
You can't get into it.
Oh, hang on. Power on. No, there's no enter remote turret.
How did you get into it before?
There's a button here somewhere. Maybe I have to do something at the pilot's seat.
Turn the power on.
No, the ship's been powered up.
Or engines. You have to have the engines on.
That's probably it.
Shady's saying that we're lying about things broken in a new Star Citizen patch. All lies.
Star Citizen is a lie.
I want to let them get rid of these animations.
I think it's a bit silly that you can't do it from the pilot seat, but anyway.
No, it's not here.
Well, it says retract.
Yeah, that just moves it
Okay,
backwards.
so you retracted it. So did you extract? Then also.
Oh, it's already down there, you see? When I hit the thing, it goes back up.
Do you have to have the hatch? No.
Oh, there we go. Wow. That wasn't there earlier.
All right. Turn it on. Fire.
I don't think it works from up there.
Oh, it works. You can see the beam.
Oh, okay. All right, so it works.
Go on, grab the table.
The table.
Oh,
And
too
grab
far
my
away.
ship. Oh,
Okay, go on,
volume
grab the ship.
exceeded. Target shielded.
Okay, so it is trying to work, so that's fine.
No.
So yeah, it's probably
No,
just a few
no,
ships
wait, I
that don't have.
haven't seen it working. There we go.
It's working right there.
There we go.
Grab a
So
plant.
it's probably just a Cutlass, maybe a couple other ships.
I'll grab the chair.
Oops.
Oh yeah, remember what I said about the chair furniture near ships? Seriously.
Be careful.
You want me to
Don't blow
try?
yourself up.
Go on.
Well, he already hit it once. He's fine. It's not a table. It's the table that kills, right? Didn't you say?
No, it's all furniture.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's not gonna do. Okay. I don't know where I saw that video. It was that
Yeah.
German guy who likes to do checks all the stats and confirms it, and so somebody pointed out to him that furniture just instantly kills a ship.
So Shady agrees with you, Relum, that you should be able to access the tractor beam from the pilot's seat as well. Since it's
do me
just a
favor.
remote turret.
Go in and see the status of your ship. Did that make anything red? Okay, can you not see the ship there?
It would be target or self-target. Is it the unknown?
No, it's
Blank
not,
one?
and that's C. Try the pilot C. I'm just curious. Because I saw that in the video as well. If it didn't blow up instantly, it did make something red. No, it didn't. Okay.
No, it's C1's over. The C1 is OP.
Super.
It can survive a hit from a chair.
Aha!
Yeah, I think we're done. I
Yeah.
don't think there's anything else.
Don't think so. So Pirate Week will be coming up soon. I think 2 weeks.
Any new ships we're gonna get in 2 weeks, maybe?
Nope, just paints as usual.
Are you sure?
Yo ho, yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
You've been waiting to press that all day, haven't you?
Now that I saw it's there, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, we I think we showed it off before. There's a couple of graffiti style paints coming up soon, so but yeah, I think that's it. Nothing really else is going on.
I know we're pretty much done, but did you show was it last week that we showed the screenshot, the sneak peek of the chip?
Yeah, what about it?
We did show that? Okay.
No, I didn't show it. I don't see the point of showing it. Why?
Well, I think that's going to be one of the loot drops from the contested areas that you use to get the special loot and stuff like that. Because it said it's a security token or something like that.
Well, it is a pyro thing.
Right. So that's why I was thinking it's like that's what you're going to be looking for in the contested zones to be able to go to grab that item, that reward or whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Maybe. It could be a part of a chain to get a nice reward.
Now in the jump point, I like the silhouettes that they give you for all the space stations right there. I think that's cool.
At least they tell you now who they're which factions are which. Oh, that's why you want to come in here. Oh, okay, yes.
No. Citizens of Prosperity. Citizens of Pyro. I thought that was meant Pyro.
That is Pyro.
Yeah.
That's one of the
Citizens
factions.
for Prosperity, and there it says Citizens for Pyro.
Oh, did they change the name? Or
They did change the name.
okay. That's interesting because they used
Pyro is better.
They used Relum screenshot.
Did they?
Yeah, there he is. That's Relum there. That's one of his screenshots. And he actually used that.
It's IAE, yeah.
IAE, yeah. So they must have changed the name. Okay. Actually, that's a better one, Prosperity, than Pyro. Pyro sounds like an actual political group.
I thought it was better.
Is it the same group? I don't know. No, Prosperity.
It's the same group. It's
Same
just
logo.
they did rename it. They did say they changed the name of it.
That's the same logo. Okay.
Make pyro safe and volunteers needed. Yeah. For the lawful people, they want to try beat back the criminals.
No, I'm staying in Stanton. It's much
This is
safer.
not going to happen anyway.
Anyway, I think that's it.
Oh,
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. There wasn't really much overall. The 24 was a disappointing launch, I think. So,
well,
I didn't think it was a disappointing launch.
okay, well, then I guess we'll go then, eh? Anything else? No? We're done?
I was going to say we got it, and that's all that matters. It'll be fixed as time goes along.
I want to happen within my lifetime, though.
Just like that
I
meme.
totally agree.
All right, where is my outro? There's my outro. Let's go. See everybody next week and have a nice one. Just hopefully
Peace.
they can get some hot fixes out and then it gets better over the week. And 4.0 on PGU. Yay.
Fingers crossed.
Yep.
I support the monkeys. Do you?
That's it, man. Game
Check out
over,
The
man.
Base.
It's game over.
24/7 online radio. Oh, yeah. Visit us at TheBase.sc. They're professionals.